Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us again for another episode of Intertribal Talk. We are here, episode 10, with the amazing Joey Roo.
Hello, hello. Thank you so much for having me.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Oh, just peachy keen. You know how it goes. Awesome. Oh my gosh, I totally missed like a huge part of that intro. That's always Cody's job. Cody, we are missing Cody in the studio today. And
Yes.
Cody's line is always, it's a great day to be Indigenous or a great time to be Indigenous. So shout out to Cody. We miss you in the studio. Joey, so happy to have you in the studio.
Thank you so much. I'm so happy to be here.
Thank you so much. I am so excited to talk to you. I have so many questions. I want to hear all about it. You've got so many big things happening in your life right now. But first, before we get into all the questions and our chit chat, I would love for you to open up and tell our viewers and our listeners a little bit about yourself.
Waikikakwaitup, Joey and Squess. Hello, everyone. My name is Joey. I'm a two-spirit model and makeup artist and full-time construction worker. Originally from Sim First Nations, but I currently live in Kamloops, and soon I'll be in Victoria.
Oh my goodness. I am so excited about your move. I'm excited, but I'm sad, because
Yes.
I felt like I found my makeup artist, and I was so
Yeah.
excited. And then you're into photography too. You're a model. So I was like, oh my God, we got to do these shoots together. But from the
Oh,
time I
it's
got my
going to
makeup
happen.
done, yes, from the time I got my makeup done with you the first time to now, it's like, holy crap, the time just flew by.
It's been so wild. I feel like I've just been on like autopilot and like, yeah, we're gonna get into it, but there's just been some amazing things.
Yes. Oh my goodness. Well, you know what? So the first time I met you, so I found you on Instagram, started following you,
Yes.
easily became slightly obsessed with the Joey Roo. I just loved everything about you. I loved your style. I loved your choice with photography too. I love your aesthetic. And
Thank
then
you.
meeting you, I just was like, oh my gosh, I could literally hang out with this person every day. I love Joey Roo. I need me some Joey
Thank you.
Roo.
Oh my goodness. Well, I'm here and I'm so happy to be. I take a lot of my style and stuff from I wear a lot of black. I love the witchy aesthetic. I recently started dabbling in the little witchy side of myself. So
Oh,
that's
heck
something
yeah.
really cool. And I draw a lot of my aesthetic from that.
I love that. You know what, fellow witch and lover of black, I'm here for it.
Yes, one of my catchphrases is if I'm not wearing black, I'm naked.
Oh, heck yeah. I love that. Speaking of, so we had the full moon last night. Did you like get naked and go dance under the full moon at all?
I didn't go dancing naked. However, I did make some moon water for my trip that's coming up in the next couple of weeks, and I did charge all my crystals. So
Oh, perfect. I'm so glad
it
you
was
did.
a
I
little
forgot to do
chilly
all
to
of mine.
be. It was a little chilly to be dancing naked for me.
Yeah.
But maybe the next moon for sure. We'll see.
Oh my gosh. I mean, who doesn't like frostbite on their tatas?
Ooh.
Yeah, what is it? There's that saying, what is it? It's a tit bit nipply outside. It's best to stay
Yes,
inside.
it's cold as a witch's titty out there.
I love that. Jay's laughing. That's a good one. Joey, so being two spirit, um, you have such a unique style and you have a unique persona. And since you've become all that you are and stepping into your power, owning your power, to the two spirit listeners that we have, could you please just like explain to them your confidence and what it was like for you to come out and go on this journey that you're on right now?
Yeah, absolutely. Wow, that's such a powerful thing. And, I feel like I'm in a very unique position to where like, I do modeling and I do makeup and I've got a bit of a platform. And one of my biggest things and where I draw so much of my inspiration from is I never saw anybody like me when I was growing up. And all I want to be is that grown up queer person that those little queer babies will see and be like, yes, this is what I want to be. This person gets it, and it wasn't always like it definitely wasn't an easy run. Growing up, there was threats of violence and yeah, I was a big kid though, so it didn't really go over very, very well. Um, but yeah, it wasn't always a good time, but I've got a very good support system in my family and friends, so it was good.
Oh, I'm so happy to hear that. And your journey has been so beautiful to watch. Like I said, I check in for my daily dose of Joey Roo on Instagram and Facebook, and I love all the photos you take and just your style and everything. I also love the videos that you post of you being a makeup artist and a drywaller because I mean you don't
Yes.
often get that combination and
No.
and you rock nails at work too. So like how does that go for you?
It's okay. So I will say that I get a lot of like, what? Like even just being there,
Yeah.
as a queer person on a construction site, I do work full time as a drywall laborer. But at the end of this month, I will be making the transition and moving to Victoria to do makeup full time. The nails, they honestly don't get in the way too much.
Yeah.
I have done like I've worked in different trades, like I did concrete foundations before. That was a little bit more difficult. I had to switch to like a square nail. And I was devastated. I was honestly devastated when I had to switch to a square nail.
And what do you have now?
Um,
A stiletto?
yeah, just a little short stiletto.
Oh, I love those. I call those vampire nails. I dig the vampire. I
Yes.
do the when I do get my nails done, I do the clear, like the vampire nude kind of nails, just like that. And
Oh,
it's
beautiful.
Akasha from Queen of the Damned, her nails, that's my vibe every time I get nails
Yes.
done. I'm like, I want
I
Akasha
love
nails.
that. I love that.
Yes, yes. What kind of music do you listen to? Because looking at you right now, you look like and this is, I know this is profiling and I know this is stereotyping, but I'm like, if I could take a guess, I'm like Evanescence or some even like heavier, deeper stuff too. Like you look like you dabble in metal, but you also listen to poppy kind of stuff.
Oh, yes. Yes, you nailed it. You nailed it.
Oh,
Yeah. I definitely love a lot of like angrier, I guess I call it my angrier music for when I'm feeling a lot of emotion, let's say. But I really do vibe with a lot of lo-fi stuff, especially
ooh,
when I'm, trying to get my creative juices flowing and stuff for coming up with concepts of shoots and things like that.
yeah.
I definitely listen to lo-fi. It
We
just
were listening
helps
to
me.
lo-fi at your house when I showed up.
Yes,
Yeah, and
yes.
I love it. I love it too. My husband, he loves the jazz lo-fi. So he
Oh,
puts it on and there's this like cute little raccoon cartoon that he watches and it's like
oh,
and I dig lo-fi too. It's something that you can just vibe out to and it doesn't really stop. It just keeps
yeah,
going. So I really
yeah.
love that. You get really in the zone. I was going to say something too. Oh my gosh. And it totally just slipped my mind. La, la, la. Oh yeah. I was going to tell a funny story. So I call it angry girl music because I listen to
Okay.
like, what do I listen to? I listen to In This Moment. I listen to Corn. I listen to Disturbed. I listen to that stuff. And I was driving home once from Merritt and I was actually like, I was in between Logan Lake and Kamloops actually. And you know how the cops love to hang out in like that
They
hiding
sure
spot?
do.
Oh man, they got me. I was definitely, I, whew, This cop was so nice, saw that I was obviously having a bad day. And I was just trying to drive home to get my kids on time. And I was running super late. And, anyways, I was driving all the way back to Vernon, running behind. I had gone to go to work, and then I was super late going home, driving, having a horrible day. And I cranked in this moment, and I was just rocking out. And sure enough, this cop goes woof by me, and he was on the other side of the road. He finds that like midway pull out thing and then
Oh, he
pulls right
was.
through, throws his lights on. I was like, do I keep going? And I was like, no, I'm not going to lose him here. So I pulled over, and immediately I like put my head on the steering wheel. I wasn't crying or anything, but he like comes up, and I was so honest. I was like, I'm not going to lie. I'm in a really shitty mood. I'm listening to my angry girl music, and my foot just kind of hit the floor, and I have a Hemi, and this thing like floats like a Cadillac and stings like a Beamer. And I'm super sorry. And he let me go.
I love that.
Right. I wasn't so lucky the last time I got caught speeding, but, things happen. And when you're listening to your angry music, yeah, it's easy to just,
the vibes get vibing.
They get vibing. That's the best way to put it. Yeah. It's so good. I don't know. Do you ever find yourself, aside from lo-fi music, like when you're listening to your angrier music, what kind of activities do you do? Like, I like to do some boxing and stuff.
Yeah, I listen to a lot of my angry girl music when I'm at I call it my boy job.
Yeah.
And it's like, so it's super, super loud and so like I just do one earphone. Nice. But yeah, I listen to a lot of my like angry girl music at my boy job.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. That'd be fun to do like demolition to the angry music.
Especially when we get to we call it scrap out. So when we get to like toss all the scrap drywall off the building into the bin, that's fun to. This is Sparta.
Nice. Oh yeah. So last time we talked, we were talking about your you now are a master of stilt walking.
Yes. Yes. When I joined the company that I work for now, they were like, have you ever walked on stilts? And I was like, no. And they're like, okay. So they taught me how to walk on stilts. And as soon as I got the hang of it and I could let go of the wall, I was like, oh, I gotta figure out a way to make a photo shoot out of these. And I was like taking reels and making stuff I was like, this is fun. This is super cool. I love this.
Well, I'm like, we're going to make that photo shoot happen.
Yes, we are. I'm going to be coming back a couple of times over the next few months. So we're going to make it happen.
Perfect. Yeah. Warmer weather. I think this is going to be perfect too. Cause this specific photographer that I had in mind for us, just started a new page and has all these like cool lighting and edit things that he does now. And so I saw that and I was like, yeah. That's the person. That's the person.
All right, listeners, stay tuned. Yes. It's going to happen.
Some spooky fun projects. Yeah. Oh, we love that spooky life. So off of the spooky topic and onto the enchanting topics, I would really love to hear about, and it's coming out soon. I just got goosebumps again. I get so excited whenever we talk about this. I want to hear about your documentary. What's going on?
Yes. Okay. So, after I do photo shoots, I usually like take my few favorite photos and I post them in a few modeling groups and photography pages on Facebook. And I got approached by, her name is Lydia, but she works for Shaw Media. And they, over the last few months, we've been working together and she's been filming me as I go about different things. And we made a little documentary and it comes out on February 23rd at 11 a.m. Yeah. And it's not just like modeling and stuff. It's kind of started out like that, but then it really evolved into mental health and gender expression. And get those tissues ready because I think it's gonna, well, I've watched it like 15, 25 times, 50, 11, let's be honest. And only the last like few times have I not teared up. So
oh my gosh.
I think it's gonna help a lot of people.
Like seeing yourself on that screen.
Yeah. And I think it's gonna help a lot of people And yeah, again, like I didn't see people like me when I was growing up, and to have the opportunity to be that person now, it just honestly, it just means the world to me.
That is so beautiful. And congratulations on that. That's a huge accomplishment. That's so
Thank you
beautiful.
so much.
And it just came from you putting yourself out there. And
Yeah.
you know what? And the bravery that that took. And the thing is too, is like, honestly, I could just like reach through the screen right now and give you a big hug. Cause like I'm that proud of you, like to see your growth over
Aw.
this span of time. Right. And where you're heading now, like I see nothing but success for you. And I told you this last time we talked too. I was just like, I keep seeing you in green. Like it's
Okay,
maybe it's because I'm
yes.
like
And
throwing money at you. And I'm like, yes, you're going to be rolling in that money. And also just green, like your heart, like, cause that's your heart chakra color. Right. And I just like, oh, I love it.
well, I will say that just stay tuned for my documentary on February 23rd at 11 a.m. Because there is something green happening in that. So,
That
yes,
is
stay
so
tuned for
funny.
that.
Yes, yes. I know I did that little like psychic thing on you. So,
Yes, and it freaked me the heck out.
I'm sorry. I know I do
I
that
love it. I
sometimes.
love it.
That is so funny. I really love like when I accidentally do that and then the person just looks at me and their jaw drops and I'm like, "Oh, did I? Oh, I'm
Uh,
sorry. Like, did I do that again? Sorry about that." But yes, I can't wait to tune in. So just for everybody listening again, that is February 23rd, 11 a.m. We are in BC, so that's BC time, and that's on Shaw. That is on Shaw, February 23rd, 11 a.m. And we
and
will
it'll
post
be
that just
on
for
the
you.
Shaw Spotlight YouTube, and it'll be on the Shaw TV channel, and it'll be all over my socials. So yes, just stay tuned. It's going to be sickening, and I am so excited to share it with the world.
Oh, it's beautiful. Can you share with us your Insta and all of your socials again?
Yeah, absolutely. So you can follow me on Instagram at instagram.com/Joey Roo official. And you can follow me on Facebook at Joey Roo. And you can also follow me on TikTok at the Joey Roo. And you can also come to Victoria and book me to do your makeup at 1006 Broad Street at the Miss Mac
Awesome.
store. Yes.
Woo, yes. Let's hear about Victoria and Miss Mac. Miss Mac is huge. I heard about Miss Mac through my friend Lila because she showed up at my house
Yes.
one day. Her skin, like, it didn't look like she had makeup on, but she had this like ethereal, glowy, pearlesque face. And I was just like, gosh, like your face is like naturally she's gorgeous, right? But like her makeup, just the way it was, I was like, oh my gosh, like what are you wearing? Where can I get that? That is beautiful. And she's like, oh, my friend Missy, she has this makeup line. It's all natural and it's beautiful and it's clean cosmetics. And I won't use anything else on my face. This is what I love. And so that was when I heard about Miss Mac. And to see you go into that, like, I want to hear about this journey. How did this happen?
Yeah, so last January, actually, I had done a photo shoot, or sorry, last March, I guess it would be. I did a photo shoot to raise awareness for missing murdered Indigenous women and girls in Two Spirit. And it caught the eye of um, the curator of the Salmon Arm Arts Center and the organizer for the Salmon Arm Pride Festival. And so they got me involved and they asked me to be a part of the festival. I spoke on a panel. I had my modeling photos displayed in the Salmon Arm Art Gallery for 3 months, and they connected me with Missy. And
Wow.
so Missy invited me to be the first ever guest artist at Miss Mac in Salmon Arm. And so I took clients for the day, and 30% of the proceeds went to the Salmon Arm Pride Society.
Wow.
And at the end of the day, she gave me a full kit of makeup and asked me to be part of the team. And so what was going to happen is I was going to be going back and forth to from Kamloops to Salmon Arm like every other week or whatever. And then over the holidays, we were talking about how I used to live in Victoria.
Yeah.
And she asked if I would move to Victoria to work at the Victoria store. And I said, abso-freaking-lutely, sign me up.
Yes.
And I move in like a week and a half.
Oh my gosh. You know what? You are going to light Victoria up. Like they ain't ready for you.
No, they're not. And I'm so excited to be going back with a nice, like refreshed, clear head. And, I lived there before and I wasn't a very good person. I was dealing with a lot of trauma and mental health issues
Yeah.
and just sprinkled some addiction on top of that. And I've got myself together and I've got a great support system.
Yeah.
And, I've got a goal and I'm ready to kick some butt.
Oh my goodness. I'm so proud of you. That is amazing. And
Thank you.
yes, in Victoria, I just see you thriving. Like, honestly, I love walking through Victoria. Like, I don't know what it is about the energy there and being so close to the water, though. It's just beautiful. It's one of my mom's favorite places to go as well. Like, she loves the island. And, that's actually one thing I was wanting to ask you about too, like addictions and overcoming those addictions. You and I are both very open about being stoners. We're the stoner friends for most of our friends, right? And
Absolutely.
yes, and there's always the way that I use it is, like I guess some people would call it micro dosing, even though it's not. I call it micro toking. Like I don't do it all the time. I just do it as I need it, those like high anxiety days
Absolutely.
or those days battling addiction, right? Where those thoughts come back and to take your mind off it and also pain. Like I'm an old cowboy, so I've got all the injuries you could imagine, right? What was
Yes,
that
my
like for
back is
you?
currently breaking.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was really into, cocaine
Mhm.
and I drank a lot and it ruined relationships. And when I came back to Kamloops to get myself together, I turned to weed to help ease those cravings. And through that process, I turned into quite a bit of a stoner. But I like to think of myself as a productive stoner because
Yeah.
there's no way that you'd be able to accomplish the things I've been doing without being a productive stoner.
Oh, heck yeah.
And and I like to think of it like, some people are like, man, you smoke a lot of weed. And it's like, well, I also used to do a lot of cocaine.
Yeah. Take your poison.
Exactly.
It's like, you know what? Because I struggled with cocaine addiction as well. I struggled with ecstasy addiction, MDMA, and same with alcohol too. Like alcohol, I'm still in the midst of quitting. Um, and it's I don't know if it's going to be a forever thing for me, but it is until I stop feeling the need to have a drink. And so far, it's been a month, and I feel happy about that. Thank
That's
you. It's like
amazing.
I had to restart this so
Congratulations.
many times.
That's amazing. 30 days. That's huge.
Thank you. It is. It's it's a small accomplishment so far for me. But for others, like they're like, wow, that's huge, right? And it is nice to hear from other people when they tell you like you're doing a great job, because some days like it's a real struggle. Like one day it won't be in your mind at all, and then another day it creeps in where it's just like, God, I need a drink. And I actually experienced that tonight where I had a bit of a stressful day and had some stuff go on, and I was making myself tea, and I was literally sitting there watching the water boil, and all of a sudden it just creeped into my mind like, I want to drink right now. And I have white wine in my fridge, but I use it for cooking. And I almost
Yeah.
went over and I was like, I'll just take like one drink. It's fine. And then I was like, what the hell, girl?
Well, let me just tell you something. Don't diminish your 30 days because you can't get to 100 days without first getting to 30. So
Yes.
I want you to be proud of yourself for your 30. That's no small feat. And as for the cooking wine, if you leave it open on the countertop with the lid open, it'll it'll turn so you don't want to drink it anymore. And
It'll
then
be
it'll still be
less
good for cooking though.
enticing.
Exactly.
That's a good trick. I like that. I'm gonna have to take it out of the fridge. Like, I don't need to chill this anymore.
Exactly.
Awesome. I love that. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that.
You're
Um,
welcome, my love.
but and that's exactly as you said too, like productive stoner. I feel like I am myself. I don't know if you've ever experienced that, but like where before you are able to settle your nerves, like I'm somebody who paces around my house because I'll get anxiety and then I'll literally walk circles around my house. I also have ADHD and I'll pace circles around my house because I'm like, I don't remember what I was doing. I don't remember what I was doing.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden I'm like, go have a toke. And then I'll like go and have like one little puff. I don't go smoke a joint to myself, but I'll go have a little puff off my vape pen or off of a joint that was already rolled and it's been there for like a few days. I'll go do that. And then I'll come back and it's like, okay, first you do the dishes, then you do the
Oh,
laundry, then you wash the floors,
yes.
then you sit down and you go and do this. And everything just gets organized after.
Exactly. And like I'm in the middle of packing to move right now. And also my anxiety has just been off the charts like the last few days. And if it hadn't been for like I'm a Bong girl. I love glass. I think they're beautiful. They like add art to your space.
Yeah.
And so honestly, I would be a nervous wreck, like curled in a ball on the floor if I didn't have my weed to center me through this.
Yeah.
Like yeah, it's been such a crazy little while, and I'm literally flying out tomorrow morning at like 4 a.m. to go do makeup in Nanaimo for an indigenous designer. Like
I'm
and then I'm moving in like a week and a half. Like it's so crazy.
Everything's happening so fast. Yeah, it's a good thing you got that weed there, girl.
Exactly.
I love that. I love that. Can you tell us about what you're doing in Nanaimo? Are you allowed to talk about
Yeah.
it?
So we're doing me and Missy, the creator and founder of Mismatch. We're flying to Nanaimo to do makeup for Alalum and their Spotlight series. So
Wow.
it's a fashion show. She's an indigenous designer. There's two sisters. And yeah, so they've got a really great relationship with Missy, and it's the first time I get to meet them. So I'm really excited.
Oh, I'm excited for you. That's going to be a trip of a lifetime. This whole like your whole
Yeah.
journey right now, freaking trip of a lifetime.
I know, I know. It's like I literally remember me and my cousin on the res bus, like I think it was like after Thursdays or something when Gossip Girl was on, we would come back to the school the next day, be like, oh my God, did you see they're like flying this place and flying that place and going to these fabulous parties and these fabulous gowns and like this is insane because like I'm literally getting to live that life. Like
I love that. Oh my
this
God.
is
And that TikTok that you posted today in your Instagram, I'm living for that. Just the way you blew the
okay.
door, you literally blew the doors open. And I was
Yes.
just
Okay.
like,
So let me a little
yes,
backstory of that, the elevator one.
yes.
We were coming up and I was like, oh my God, we should make this TikTok. And so I went to go back in and someone had pressed the button. And as soon as it closed, it went down. And so my friend was standing outside the elevator and I was like, I'll be right back. And then someone got in and I'm just standing there in this beautiful ball gown and this fur jacket. And I'm just like, hi. And then I was like, okay, so they had to get out and I had to wait for the door to close again. And then it opened and then we finally got the shot. But it was so funny. That person was just like, what is going on? Gets out of the elevator and there's three people there with their phones out waiting to film me. I was like, sorry, it's gonna look really cool when I post it on TikTok though.
You're like, I know I'm fabulous. Oh my God, that was the best. I love that. And you know what? Making this kind of art, having those laughable moments in between takes and whatnot, like it just made, I'm actually
Yes,
getting teary eyed because that's actually so funny. You made me laugh so hard. I'm crying. That is so good. I want to see more of that, please.
yes.
Yeah. Like I said, I can
Okay,
never
I
get
can do
enough.
that.
Yeah. My
I can
daily
do
tune
that.
in, my cup of Joey Roo a day. Love it. So I would love to know about Indigenous inspiration in your life. Because I know when we had talked previously, you said that you didn't get to grow up with culture. So how has it been incorporating culture back into your life?
Incorporating culture back into my life has been everything to me. When I came back from Victoria last time, I wasn't very connected with my culture. And through my journey, it's been very, very healing to reconnect with my culture, And I've gotten to work with beautiful designers and elders and beaters, and I've got to see dancers and do their makeup. And yeah, it's been, and hear stories and learn. It's incredible. It's honestly, it's been so healing. It's the biggest part of my journey, I swear.
Would you say that you feel centered and balanced now? Yeah,
Yeah,
that's beautiful.
absolutely. It's like the medicine wheel, like there was a piece missing, and it
Yeah.
was that spirituality and connection to the
Wow.
culture.
Oh, I love that. I love like especially people like you and I where we dabble in the occult, we're learning about the occult. We love and when you think of it, the occult, it is so related to our indigenous way of life and like the
Absolutely.
pagan roots and whatnot, and it's so beautiful because like being witches, we are able to kind of learn about different cultures and their practices and then go back and look at ours and be like, wow, like a lot of these are so similar, and oh my gosh,
So
this is
similar.
beautiful. um I have a question though. Do you have any specific deities or a god or a goddess?
I don't feel comfortable sharing that. My God is very personal. My deity is very personal to me.
Okay.
But I will say that I am learning to think of myself as a deity and to respect myself as I would a deity.
Oh, I love that. That's beautiful. I love that. Love that.
Yeah.
I'm very I've always had Hecate in call to me.
She's very, very interesting, that's for sure. The
She
mother, the
listens.
maiden, the crone.
Yep. She listens. I tell you, when I was in ceremony a couple of years ago and it was during a full moon, I made specific requests and I did all the offerings that she ever calls for. And I did it. And I went above and beyond, which, I don't know if you ever follow, I don't know if you follow this person on Instagram, but the half-ass witch. And she kind of makes fun of like how some people like are like hardcore and do everything by the book. And then there's like the half-ass ones where it's like, this is fine.
I think I have seen her. I don't think I follow her, but I think I've seen it before.
Yeah. She's pretty funny. Like
Yeah.
she's funny to
Yeah.
follow.
She's very like satirical almost.
Yes, very much
Yeah.
so. Well, for a while I was kind of like that. Like when I had first when I was first diving into my witchy roots, and my mom has always been that way, and it's in our lineage. And then it was like Hecate was calling to me. I think ever since I was a teenager, that's when I kind of really started to like really resonate and learn about her. And yeah, I made these specific requests, and I went over the top with this one ritual, and it was insane, Joey. Within days, everything started happening. And I couldn't believe I screamed to my husband. I was like, I am freaked out right now. Like,
I
what is
love that.
happening?
That's amazing.
So, prayers are powerful. So beware of witches because just kidding.
No, we're really nice. We dress spooky, but we're really very nice.
Exactly. Spooky exterior, soft and mushy on the inside.
Exactly.
Yes, I love it. What are some of your just like pure curiosity and absolutely love your inspiring words? I'd love for you to share what you're comfortable sharing, some of your short-term goals, maybe your long-term goals, and the stuff that you've already accomplished. Any words of inspiration that you have to share for anybody, maybe looking to go the direction that you are.
Yeah, absolutely. I would definitely say like my biggest goal and what drives me and what inspires me is I want to be that inspiration for, those indigenous kids, those queer kids, those kids who, dress funny or talk a little bit different. I want to be that inspiration. And that's honestly what really keeps me going. A lot of like, we've all got our bad days, but like I think about the kids and I'm like, Gotta keep going.
Yes. Oh, there you go. Heck yes. Hats off to you. I love that. Um, ta-da! I love that. I do have another question too, and I know you obviously have this one as a top favorite, but being a makeup artist, you've dabbled around with tons of different products and whatnot. I would love to know what your top product is and what your not favorite product is.
Absolutely.
Tell us a funny story regarding your not favorite product.
Okay, I actually have my not favorite product.
Oh, yes.
It is this Garnier
Okay.
BB cream.
Yep.
And the reason I still have it is this is the first makeup product I ever purchased
Ooh.
and used on my face. And it's just like a tinted moisturizer, but I would like, and just like, I was getting full coverage with a BB cream because I didn't know. Okay. Nobody was telling me.
That is so funny. You were like, no, I'm
And
gonna figure it out as I go.
and I literally did. I literally was walking around. You know how like the girls had like their awkward phases in high school, but I had mine as a 22 to 20 now.
Bloomer.
Yes. And I was walking around looking like a damn fool. But I mean, I think I look all right now.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's hilarious. I know I definitely went through my Jersey Shore phase where I painted on and slathered on all the bronzer and I did those ridiculous nude lips that you do with like foundation, and then you put your like oopy goopy gloss over it.
Your juicy tubes.
Yes. Or those like lip smackers. Do you remember
lip smackers?
Ones?
Yes, the really goopy ones in the tube.
Yes, and you had to twist it off and it was a wand and they were delicious. I swear, like in high school, anytime you opened up, the boys would run to your desk and they would like, I swear, one of my friends actually ate mine. They were eating it. And I was like, stop eating. But Jay is laughing his ass off right now. He's like, I bet you he's like, yeah, that was probably like me.
Yeah. Hold on. That wasn't me. I know a guy that did that. That's all I gotta say.
Okay.
Oh, he knows a guy.
Yeah,
we all know a guy.
Yeah. That's hilarious. But definitely I remember those days. And you know what? They're the bittersweet days because you go back to those times where, eating lip gloss, it was, I guess, a normal thing.
And it was also like one of the edgiest things.
Yes.
You're like, oh my God, I'm totally eating this lip gloss. Nom, 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 nom. Totally. And I'm being so edgy and so relatable. Nom, nom,
20 whole minutes until we get a lunch break. I better just snack on my lip gloss.
I better just like go like all the way down to the bottom of this tube of lip smackers before hot lunch gets here.
Oh, goopy and gross.
No,
and that
thanks.
shit, oh my God, like no, because if you're standing in the wind, like oh my gosh, memories.
Oh my God, the watermelon one. I remember having the lip smackers watermelon and the artificial watermelon scent. Oh, I love it to this day.
Just wear it as like a cologne or like a perfume.
Yes.
Like dab it on yourself everywhere. Yes. I remember standing like outside because, like at school during lunch hour, they kick you out of the school, right? So, well, at least at our school, they did. Everybody had to get kicked out of the building. Everyone had to go outside. Didn't matter what kind of weather it was. And I remember putting on lip gloss and then all of a sudden the wind would pick up and all the girls, it would be like, and then like all the hair would get stuck on the face.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and it would be like all, oh, no.
It makes you look like you have greasy hair once you get lip gloss in your hair, right?
Yes.
Yeah. But then it was also a trick for flyaways too. Cause then like you got those bad flyaway days, just like, no problem, lip gloss.
Oh gosh, what a different time it was.
Right. Yeah. Multi-use tools. We were roughing it back then.
Yes.
Our beauty standards were something else. I love it. So your favorite makeup line.
Obviously, Miss Mac.
Woo, Miss Mac. I'm definitely going to have to come and get a full face done.
Yes, I would absolutely love that. And we do free compliment or blah, blah, sorry. We do complimentary pampering sessions every day, all day. And that's where we walk you through the product. We do a mini facial on you. Got this little card here.
Yay.
We walk you through our skincare. We do a little facial, and then we do some foundation. We have like this really cool way of doing our concealer.
Yeah.
And so we walk you through that, and then we do a bit of color and on the cheeks and on the eyes. And then we line everything up, and you can take a picture of it, and then we can go shopping after.
I love that. Oh my goodness. And who doesn't love shopping with like professional makeup artists that can actually match everything to you? Sorry. Ooh, I just like choked on my water. Ooh, not supposed to happen. That's not supposed to happen. Yeah. So I want to try the Miss Mac line. And it sucks too, because I don't think I'll be able to come over there and see you before you go, but I'm definitely like, as soon as you're coming back here, or if I ever get to have a chance to go to Victoria, I am jumping on that.
Or even Salmon Arm, because they've got artists there that would be happy to get you going.
Go see my girl, Lila.
Just to fill in while I'm in Victoria.
Oh, heck yes. Just go have the experience. Go have the experience. Yes.
Exactly.
I absolutely love that. What are the hours there again?
So it's Tuesday to Saturday. Sorry. It's Tuesday to Saturday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. And the Victoria address is 1006 Broad Street.
Broad Street. Beautiful, beautiful. All the beautiful broads will be walking around there.
Exactly.
That is so good. That is so good. So you've done lots of photo shoots, and honestly, I'm like, oh, okay. So you actually had this one photo shoot before or after I had left your house, and you had a bunch of people coming over, and you guys did that like really awesome, like tub photo shoot.
Yes.
Oh, that was so steamy. I loved it.
Yeah, so it's a couple of friends of mine. We actually had a couple of drinkies, and then we put a bath bomb in the tub, and we had our other friend take pictures of us. And yeah, we had a really steamy, sexy time. I like to think of myself as a little bit provocative, but I've got a good head on my shoulders.
Oh, I love it. Oh, what's that Cardi B line? I'm provocative. It's my prerogative.
Exactly. I love that.
I love it. Of course, as soon as you say that, that line drops in my mind. I'm like, yes, yes.
Any chance to be compared to Cardi B, I'm into it. I love her.
Oh, yeah, I could throw Cardi B at you all day. I love her too. Something about there.
I have meow tattooed on my hand, but it goes ew.
Oh, cute. I love it. One of her noises, that's my favorite, is like, okay. You know what yeah, okay. What did I say? Purr? I said purr.
Okay, so I do that all the time, and my mom, she's like, she's like, I can't do it. And then she got the tongue popped down though. She's got the tongue popped down though, which I think is hilarious. She's like, did I do it? And I'm like, yes, Mom, you did it. You did it.
The best. That is so good. I love it. I love that your mom's trying to keep up too. That's so wicked.
Oh my gosh, my mom is a young soul. She honestly pretty young as well. So she had me when she was 18. So
you guys are pretty close then, hey?
Yes, we're best friends.
Oh, that is amazing. I love that. We need more of that, honestly, those kind of relationships. I think people like take that for granted sometimes too, like the relationship we have with our parents. I know not everybody's situation is the same, but like, honestly, I couldn't imagine not being able to call my mom because same thing, like I'm so close with her. It wasn't always that way, right? Like I was such a little shithead. And
me too. A bunch of times.
They don't stop loving us. And that's the picture.
No, they don't stop loving you, which is the best thing ever.
Yeah. It's the undying love. And it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. So back to photo shoots and stuff. We totally got off track with our Cardi B lingo. It's okay. It's okay. I'm here for it. So photo shoots. Who would you say is your favorite photographer in the area to work with?
Yeah, definitely the photo shoot, sorry. The photographers that I've worked with the most are definitely Joe Serrata and Kim Coltman. Kim Coltman actually runs Fashion Speaks International, which is the agency that I'm signed to.
Wow.
And Joe Serrata she did all of my photos for the Salmon Arm Art Center. Yeah, I feel like things really kicked off when I met those two women, and they're like family to me now. I love them so much.
Oh, beautiful. I'm gonna have to go check that out too. Is it on display? Like, are all your photos going to be on display there for a while, or do they all come down after a certain time?
Yeah, so they were up from October to December. So I actually have the prints now.
Oh,
But
beautiful.
yeah, so they're like the giant photos of me, which is just like, it's the most insane thing ever.
It's a trip.
Yeah, it's definitely a trip.
Oh, that's wicked. That's a good kind of trip though. Heck yes. Heck
Yeah,
yes. And then because you're a model as well, and models, we have a thing for fashion. We have an eye for fashion. We're always looking for something,
absolutely.
especially being somebody so edgy as you are, right? Like you're always looking for something different. And they things just like you have to feel good wearing them. As far as fashion lines go, like what is your favorite fashion line right now? And who is somebody you would like to work with?
Um, okay, so one of my girlfriends, Delane, she has an amazing their slogan is dressing your inner vixen, and it's very edgy, very punk rock. I've known Delane for years, and I actually went to my very first fashion show with her when she was showing her line years ago. And a designer that I would love to work with is Sandra Frower. She's in Victoria, so I'm going to be I've done makeup for her before.
Yeah.
And she makes these beautiful silk gowns, and she presses them with flowers and dyes them with different plants and stuff. They're stunning. They're absolutely stunning. I
Amazing.
need to get in one of those gowns.
All those earth tones and jewel tones would look so good on you. Like, I don't
Yes.
know what it is about
Uh,
you. Just like you scream jewel tones to me, just because, like, honestly, you're so vibrant and like you're so beautiful. Honestly,
oh,
meeting you in
stop it. Say
person, I was
more.
just like, oh my God, you're beautiful. And then your heart, just like, oh, your personality was just
Oh.
everything. And then like getting to walk through your house too, like seeing your decor, like I felt like I was in Kat Von D's house. I'm not gonna
Oh
lie.
my God. I love that. Yes, I have like a really cool canopy thing over my bed, and it's like black and lacy. It's pretty cool.
Yes, no, legit. I walking through there, I was like, and that's what I said. I think last time we talked too, I just was like, you put your hands on me, and I got that notion. I was like, oh, this isn't just your aesthetic, like you're a witch. And so feeling that vibe was like so cool because, I oftentimes like, I'll walk into spaces and, being a psychic, I'll have like weird vibes or something, or I'll see things or I'll pick up on things. But I walked in your house and I felt so comfortable and at home. I was like, this is a warm, loving environment and I love it here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it's definitely a safe space.
Yeah. And then the subtle smell of weed made me feel that much better.
It always is a little bit more relaxing when there's a subtle scent of weed in the air.
It's not weed, that's incense.
Yes. It's just a very skunky incense.
Yes. What do we call that? Indica de flower. Right?
Exactly.
Are you an indica person or a sativa person, or does it depend?
Oh, my brain just goes so wild all the time. I need that calmness of the indica.
Yeah.
However, if I have a lot of things to do, I like a hybrid. So it still has, but
Yeah.
more indica dominant.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Hybrids are great. I love hybrids too. When I do,
Hmm.
like anytime I'm like dabbling in baking or making some butter and whatnot too, it's always a hybrid because you never know, like well, not accidentally, you mean, you got to be very careful not to accidentally give somebody an edible. Um,
Yes.
I've had that happen
Very
before.
careful.
Right.
Me too.
I've got a funny story about my grandma. I wasn't there to witness this, and I'm really sad I didn't get to witness this, but my cousin did some baking, and I guess she left a couple pieces on the counter, and there were some crumbs and stuff. And I guess my grandmother helped herself, and just, I guess it was full blown, like, I think I need to go to the hospital. Something made me feel sick. My cousin.
Oh
was
no!
like, oh, what
Grandma.
did you do? Oh, it's so funny. And like parties too. My husband and I, back when we used to party, back in the day, we had this one Halloween party, and it was an Alice in Wonderland Halloween party. And my girlfriend Amber and I, right? It was so good. And our whole goal was to set it up like a rave. And when my friend Amber and I, when we decorate, we go balls to the wall. It's insane. So we literally had the whole, like all the walls tarped off, and we had like LED lights, like we had all the blinky lights and stuff. We made it look like a rave room. And we lived in this like little single wide trailer, and it was rickety as hell. Like that place should have been condemned. It was packed wall to wall. There was probably over 100 people there. And Ryan and I, my husband, we baked these cookies, and they were like double concentrated weed cookies. So they were pretty potent. And we forgot to like put out a note saying that they were like special cookies. And
oh no,
themselves, right? Our one friend was sitting there, like he just finished telling us, like, oh, I had 4 of those, and we were like, you need to stop now. You need to walk away out of the kitchen. And I was walking around looking for my sister, and I couldn't find her. And then finally, I found her. She was just plunked right on the couch, her and her friends. And I was like, what's the matter with you guys? Like, get up and dance. Like, it's a fun time. You guys look like you're falling asleep. And they were like, we had some cookies. We were hungry. We didn't eat before we came here. And I can't get off the couch.
Oh no.
It was the best party though, because like with how many people we had there, because everybody was so fucking stoned on weed, everybody got along. There were no fights. It was great.
Oh,
it was
yeah.
completely opposite. It was all peace and love.
I love that. Yeah, you'll never find stoners fighting, because we're all just like hugging and having a nice time and sharing our snacks.
Exactly. Snacks are life. Snacks are everything. Yep. Yeah. Count on your
Absolutely.
stoner buddies. They'll always feed you.
Absolutely. And if you give us weed and nothing to smoke out of, we will become engineers and figure out a way to smoke.
1000%. Oh my goodness. That totally takes me back to when my friends and I thought that like it was way back in the day, and we were just dumb, right? And we were like, oh, I wonder if using regular paper to roll is going to be fine. And oh my God, we almost died. It was so bad.
Oh no.
So bad.
Oh no.
I just remember inhaling it and being like,
yeah.
why did we do this? This is a bad idea.
Out of pop cans, out of different fruits,
I heard pineapple is supposed to be amazing.
That's what I've heard.
Yeah.
But I'm a big boy now, and I have a pipe and a bong.
Right. We've stepped up a little bit.
We've leveled our pussy up a bit.
I love that too, because you smoke with bongs. I used to do bongs. I can do them now and then, but I find that when I do use them, I need to have ice cubes in them just to like, nice and cool.
Yeah.
For our listeners who've never heard that trick before, if you get burning lungs and ears after you take a bong toke, try putting ice cubes in there first. Oh, Jay has something to say. What's up, Jay?
I was just going to say the first page of the Bible is a very thin piece of paper, and it works great. Just in case if anybody was curious.
Good to know. I guess the Bible, I mean, I have a different Bible. And the pages of that one are pretty thick.
Oh my goodness.
It's a different kind of Bible though.
I'm not even sure which Bible it was a friend of mine's, but it's the first page, and that page is super, super thin, and that's why it worked.
I love that.
I love that you guys ripped a page out of the Bible to smoke.
Well, there's actually I can't remember what it is. It's this little notebook. I have a Jewish friend, and those pages were perfect. the whole book. I'm not sure what kind of book it was. It was very much like written all in Hebrew, and
oh my goodness,
into too much detail, but that worked great too.
Oh my gosh.
And yes, pineapple tastes great.
Oh, okay. I'm learning all kinds of things here.
Exactly. That's what you're going to get on the Intertribal Talk podcast.
That's right. A little bit of shock and awe for everyone.
Exactly. Got to keep them on their toes.
Oh, totally. Keep them on their toes. Try new things. We're not promoting this, but if you
we know you're going to do it. Just don't say we told you to.
Yes, exactly.
We know you're going to. Just don't say we told you to.
Yes. Oh my goodness. These good times. That is so crazy. Oh my goodness. I was going to ask you a question again too. Australia. You were talking about Australia.
Yeah. So I'm going to Australia in April to do makeup for the first ever all Indigenous fashion show in Australian history.
Oh my God.
And I guess that down there's like a lack of medium to deep foundations, and they send their Indigenous models out in whiteface.
No thanks.
Which is, that's awful in the year 2022. I just don't understand it.
Oh, heck no.
It literally breaks my heart. Like, that honestly breaks my heart. And so Missy is going to be sponsoring the show and sponsoring the kits. And so I'm going to be going down as one of the makeup artists and educators for the brand to teach all the other artists how to use our stuff, because it is a little bit different than conventional products.
Awesome. Can you tell me what the name of that, what that show is?
Oh my gosh, I literally can't even remember what the name of the show is.
The Gold Coast?
Oh, that's where we're going to be staying, is right. On the Gold, or that's where it is on the Gold Coast. I can't remember what the name of the show is though. Gosh.
That's okay. Because you know what? I want to have you back on the podcast, and we're going to actually, we even talked about like doing a live together or doing a podcast together while you were there too. So you could talk.
Yes, that would be awesome.
Wicked. Yes. Question about Australia. Are you scared at all about, because like that's where all the deadliest animals in the world are? Like, that's my big thing about Australia. I don't know if I could ever go there because I'm such a chicken when it comes to snakes and spiders and creepy crawlies.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to that part, but I mean, we are staying at a 4.5-star resort, so I'm hoping that the creepy crawlies will be a minimum.
Okay.
Yeah, but however, I'm sure that that's gonna happen. So I'm gonna have to get like a magazine with me at all times, just in case I need to whack something.
Just bring because you were in like the construction area, right? Like, did you ever have a tape measure? Those things are heavy and they work.
Yes, that's just like yo-yo
that at something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, I'm not looking forward to the creepy crawlies, but I'm in their home, so
yeah. Respectfully, go leave them look up some kind of like witch offering that you can do. Just like, what can I do to keep these animals on my side?
Just keep them at bay.
Yeah, no doubt. I know. Like, I definitely want to go to Australia. I think it would be so beautiful there. Like, I've heard nothing but amazing things about Australia, but then I've also heard like, one of my best friends, her husband is from Australia, and like, there was an incident in his family where, somebody got bit by a bat, and over there.
No bats, no
yes.
bats, no bats, no. No.
Not allowed.
No, I can't do bats. Oh.
Yeah, they freak me out. We had a couple, and it's funny too, because I didn't tell them to go away. I didn't make them leave. They've left on their own now, but I was super bummed because over the summer I had spent a good chunk of money kind of buying patio furniture, getting my patio all set up for entertaining people. And I was out there sweeping my deck off one day, and all of a sudden I heard, and I was like, the hell was that? And I was looking around. I was like, was that a mouse? And then I heard it again, and I heard scratching, and it was like, like the noise it made.
Oh.
And that's probably not a very accurate representation of their noises, but it sounded somewhat like that. And I was looking up and they were hiding in my pot light. They made a home in my pot light, like behind the light. And I was just like, I freaked. And this was my best friend. One of my best friends had just gotten bit by a bat. And, you know, COVID, there was that whole conspiracy of like the whole bat thing. And
yeah.
so for me at that time too, hearing the bats and knowing they were bats, I was like, like freaked right out. Ryan, we need to get rid of them. And he's like, they'll leave. And thankfully they've left now.
Yeah.
But
They've moved on to a new home.
yes. And you know, bats are actually like, when you look at them, they're kind of cute, but like when
They're
you think
cute,
about the
but they're
things
kind of
that come with them.
spooky. Yeah, they are cootie carriers.
Yeah. Loud music. Oh, Jay just said to get rid of bats. Okay, listeners, hear this. Joey, hear this for Australia too. Keep them away. Loud music. They don't like loud music because echolocation.
Yeah, I guess they're pretty sensitive to ears. Good to know.
Yeah. I wonder why do you Jay's just always full of fun facts like that. He's like, I don't know why I know that.
It's a good fact to know because now I know.
Yeah, it is. Jay, what are we looking at for time here? We're at an hour. Okay. Well, you know what? This was freaking amazing. And I'm so glad that we got to do this. And I know you must be exhausted and you got to get yourself to bed because you got places to go, people to see in the morning.
Oh, yes. My day starts at like 3 a.m. tomorrow. So,
yeah. Well, we should get you off to bed then, love. One more time for the people. Can you give everybody your social media?
Yes. Thank you so much for having me. You can follow me on Instagram at Joey Roo Official. You can add me as a friend on Facebook at Joey Roo. And you can also follow me on TikTok at the Joey Roo. And you can also come into the Miss Mac store in Victoria at 1006 Broad Street.
Yes, so beautiful. And y'all keep your eyes peeled because Joey and I, we have a beautiful, amazing, well, it'll be beautiful, but like, it'll be our kind of beautiful because we love the spooky stuff and the eerie stuff. And so if you're into our kind of beautiful, you're going to really enjoy this.
I agree.
That's right. Well, Joey, thank you so much for jumping on with us again tonight. And you are such a bright light for Indigenous people, for Two-Spirit people, for the fashion industry, for the modeling industry. I am just so excited to see the places that you'll go. So thank you for having us along on your journey and creating this amazing memory with us. Yes.
Oh, thank you so much for having me. Honestly, like, I'm just so excited that we got to do this before I left, but we are so going to we're going to do this whole Australia episode.
Yes, we're going to make that happen. And we're going to, fingers crossed for you. 0 bats, no bats.
0 bats.
Yeah.
No bats.
No bats. No bats at all. All good things, all good vibes. And Joey, I wish you nothing but the best. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Nothing but love for you. All of our listeners.
Thank you so much.
Of course. All of our listeners, thank you so much for tuning in again tonight. We're so grateful to have you along with us. You're going to be seeing more amazing guests like Joey come on here. And we're just so happy that you're along on this journey with us. So with that, I will bid you all a good night. Thank you all for tuning in to episode 10 of Intertribal Talk. Yes, throw up the 10s. We'll see you guys again next week. Thank you so much. Good night.
Bye.